How's it going, everybody? My name's Ryan. You've tuned in to the channel Crosswatcher on YouTube, and I'm doing a little backpacking in the hills. And we are on the trail to a higher ascension of consciousness with an improvised read for you. And I got a little pocket tarot to share with you. We're going to see what Spirit wants to tell you as I make my way up the trail and up the mountain. Hopefully, I don't run out of breath. But yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I have a pre-shuffled deck in my back pocket, and we're going to randomly pull a card and see what the message is for this tarot read. Something I've never done before. This might be a first. Who knows? But let's get into it right now. Let me just switch hands, and let's just see how this goes. All right, I got my Moldavite. I've got some stones. I've got some incense. I've got everything I need. Probably gonna shoot another video when I get up to my destination. But for now, let's see what Spirit wants to tell us. We've got the Emperor. All right, so on the road, on the trail to higher consciousness. And the Emperor wants to pop out, and he wants to tell us that we need to take control of our lives. But not so much taking control of our lives, it's more like letting go of control. You know, maybe you've felt in recent days that your manifestations, they're just not panning out the way that you thought they would. The signs are there, the synchronicities are there, and the messages are there. But, you know, we always carry that kind of doubt and that sort of fear of where we're going, especially the more we let go, right? The more we let go of control, kind of stirs up the doubt in our subconscious. Comes out in many different forms. And right now, the way it's coming out for you is this sort of lack of realization, fruition in your manifestations. And this is the 1111 portal. We have a couple months left, a few months left, of some strong astrological energy, take it as it resonates, where our manifestations can be sort of amplified. But first, we need to let go. And that's what the Emperor in this spread is going to be talking about. So, or at least that's what Spirit wants to talk about. The Emperor, he says whatever. Okay, yeah. So, a little bit thin in the air, a little bit thin in the lungs. Got to remember to breathe and release control. Yeah, these are all improvised videos, by the way. I don't have a script. I don't have a game plan. We're just kind of winging it. All right, here we go. All right, so the next card the Spirit wants to show you in this message is the Three of Swords. Now, this is like dark night of the soul meets your subconscious popping back up again and showing you what you need to know, what you need to fix, right? We all have broken hearts. We've come into this world with veils. We've experienced pain and suffering and all that jazz. But really, with the Emperor and the Three of Swords, we're definitely lacking something. Now take it as it resonates. We're lacking something, but really we're trying to eliminate the clutter. Because if we're just doubting ourselves and living in the past, you know, we're never going to come into realization of our manifestations, right? Does that make sense? Am I making any sense right now? I've never really done a tarot read as I'm walking. This is kind of cool. Yeah, light problems, and I don't want to fall off the trail. It's kind of steep down there. Yeah. But the depths of your heart and your goals in life, those are deep also. Your feelings are real deep. You know, in this time period of the 1111 portal, a lot of feelings are going to rise up. They're going to rise up. They're going to want to take control. There's a lot of shadow work involved, and there's a lot of forces out there trying to prevent us from reaching our goals. And one of those forces is your subconscious. Does that make sense? Right. Let me just switching hands back and forth so I can switch pockets with these cards so I don't pull out doubles. All right, randomly pulling out another one, trying to reach for the middle of the stack, see what's in the middle. All right, here we go. And we have the King of Cups. Right, so the ultimate of filling cups, basically. And really, see, this isn't necessarily a love reading, but the King of Cups in the spread definitely teaches us that if we're trying to connect with the divine, ourselves, our higher consciousness, and our divine counterpart, we have to learn how to fill our own cup first. You got to put self-care first, all right? Because if you're just running around on your trail to higher consciousness thinking, oh, I don't really need to work on me, I've done everything I can, see, okay, so let me start over. Okay, so the higher you ascend, the more your subconscious is going to bring to light those things that you need to work on. It could be drug addictions, it could be a sense of fear of being alone, right? Out here in the middle of nowhere, there are people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to connect with every single one of them. All right, you just sort of have to improvise as you go and acknowledge those parts of yourself that you are unable, or at least unable in the past, to fill that void on your own. Does that make sense? Right. So we have the Emperor, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the King of Cups coming out in the spread. Okay, so let's get a little clarifier from this Rider-Waite deck as I reach into my back pocket and pull out another card. We have the Moon. Ooh, yeah, the Moon's coming out now. Okay, so this definitely relates with all the rest of the cards that are coming out. It relates with the topic, okay? Because there's always the unseen, the unknown, the fear of the unknown. Those primitive, I don't know if primitive is the right word, but those primordial feelings, I don't even know if that's the right word, but those human feelings, right? The Moon pushes and pulls on us as we go through our days, and you never know what's going to pop up, right? Does that make sense? From your subconscious. That's pretty much what this spread's talking about. It's talking about all the things. If we want to manifest destiny, if we want to manifest money, if we want to manifest the love of our life, you have to learn how to read the signs that your subconscious is trying to what your subconscious is trying to tell you, right? So just when you think you've reached the end of the trail, there's always going to be another bend in the road. There's always going to be another turn, there's another twist, there's another rock to step over. You gotta make sure that your communications come from the heart. But the only way that they're going to come out truly from your heart is if you dig deep into your shadow work, right? The Moon. And yeah, it's no coincidence. We have a full moon coming up. It's going to be pretty intense. I believe Mars is going to be squaring up somewhere on this astrological map to sort of test us with our aggressions, with our fears. You're probably going to have a lot of contact with energies that you're just going to want to either fight, or maybe you're just not the fighting type. Maybe you're the type that kind of caves in, when confrontation comes around. But definitely collect your thoughts and think before you speak. Think before you think, rather, because your thoughts are going to manifest whatever you're thinking. If it's fear that you're feeling, if it's anger you're feeling, if it's resentment you're feeling, that's what you're going to manifest. Hope that makes sense. First time ever doing this. Wow, look at this beautiful scenery. In the long run, you just have to be thankful for what you got, and you have to have faith in the universe. Something tells me that this next card is going to be something about faith or trust in the universe, trust in your spirit guides to lead you down this path. Justice. All right. Now, justice is a little harder, right? Because you deserve what you deserve. You deserve your manifestations, you know, but only when you put in the hard work. Yeah, not too much to say on that one. Okay, let's see what else we got. What's going on? What's going on with this this other side of the deck? Let's see. Things we don't know. Things that we're gonna find out. We've got the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, you know, it kind of reminds us not to dive in too fast into our, excuse me, one second. Knight of Swords. Be careful what you communicate, right? That's kind of plain and simple. Don't rush in too fast. Definitely think before you speak. Definitely take some time for yourself, all right? Because you want your communications to be true. You want your heart to be open to receiving all the communications that are going to come your way. And definitely justice in this spread teaches us discernment, you know, teaches us the correct thinking. You know, life is what you make of it. Life is your creation. And you definitely don't want to rush into anything, especially the thoughts that you're trying to manifest. Does that make sense? All right. I'm going to stand here in the shade for a little bit because there's a big party up ahead and I don't want to interfere with what they're doing, vice versa. I want to be careful with where I tread. And here comes another card. Five of Cups. Right. So as we blaze our trail, as we move forward, you know, there's going to be a lot of complications. There's going to be a lot of trepidation. If you watch my last video, you know that I don't really know what trepidation means. But I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb that this is talking about the trepidations in our lives. And we don't want to, you know, last time it was a Wands card. Can't even remember which one it was. It was like 7 of Wands, right? The guy with the bandage on his head, you know, being trepidatious in his thought patterns. But, you know, you got to look down. You got to watch where you're going. You got to watch where you're going in your heart, right? You got to, you know, use logic, use discernment, but at the same time, what you want can be manifested quite easily. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of self-care, you know, self-reflection, you know, a lot of self-love to get to that point where you no longer need to self-sabotage and kick over those cups as they come along, right? Self-sabotage coming out in the spread. You know, I'm no stranger to self-sabotage. You know, I know where I've gone wrong, and I know where I can go right, where I could have gone right. But these vicious cycles that we're trying to eliminate from the inside out, you know, that's going to bring the best parts of what you deserve. Now, I think I'm going to stop there. Maybe we'll pull one more. Let's pull one more. Let's see what's going on with this deck. I'm just kind of intrigued. Let's see. Last card in the spread. The High Priestess. Yeah. The ultimate of manifestations. The confidence. That high vibration. That certainty. It's waiting for you. You know, as long as you blaze that middle trail and you don't polarize yourself from one side of the spectrum to the other, you know, look at life for how it actually is. Don't get too anxious. You got to learn to let go, and then you will step into that high priestess mode. I think that's perfect. All right, you guys. I better go before any other interruptions come. You've been watching Crosswatcher. My name is Ryan, and I'll catch you on the trail.